Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, there may be hope after all for Daredevil Born Again, because obviously after seeing the disastrous dumpster fire that was the Daredevil representation we got in the She-Hulk show that was, oh my God, bad. Holy cow, was it bad. But needless to say, after we saw that and after a lot of the reception came out about that, there was a lot of rumors floating around that Kevin Feige decided to completely and totally scrap and fire everybody that was originally involved with the Daredevil show. You know, the one that wasn't going to bring back anybody but, of course, the actual Daredevil character himself, and played by Charlie Cox. But no, they were going to leave out Foggy Nelson. They were going to leave out Karen Page. Well, we know that a lot of that stuff has been changed and been turned around. The rumors floating around were that basically everybody involved with the project got fired, and all of the entire few episodes that they had already filmed before the strike have gotten scrapped, and they've been redoing the entire thing ever since. And what we've seen from the set leaks so far actually look pretty good. And what we've heard from the rumors behind it in the back is that Kevin Feige flat out said, make it like the Netflix show. And so far, if all of the rumors can be believed and what the actual words coming out of Marvel's executives' mouths themselves, that may actually be true. And the turnaround that allegedly is happening inside of Marvel right now, outside of Fine Bo DeMeo, who's actually a fan favorite out there and actually respected the fans, looks like we might actually get some good quality Marvel going forward. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what we're here to talk about today. So Daredevil Born Again to feature Marvel's most brutal action yet. And that could be very, very interesting, boys and girls. Now, is it going to be more brutal than what we saw in Deadpool and Wolverine? No, probably not. But boy, if they're going to go over on top of that, that should be some very much fun to have inside of Hell's Kitchen. So we're going to check out this article from cosmicbook.news, getting all of the juicy details, and of course, refresh a few of your memories on some of the other stuff we've heard in the past about why I am still cautiously optimistic about this Daredevil Born Again series, at least until we see the trailer or hear otherwise. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, because boys and girls, we are grinding, we are growing, we're pumping out content like nobody's business, and I could not do this without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Does this give you any more hope for the Daredevil Born Again series, or are you just completely and totally done with Disney Marvel in every way, shape, or form? Let us know what you think about that down below. So from Patrick Scanlon over at cosmicbook.news. Ooh, this is not from our Matt McGloin. Look at Matt farming things out. We love it. Fans of Daredevil can start getting excited for the upcoming Daredevil Born Again series set to hit Disney Plus next year. I would leave you at cautious optimism at the best. I wouldn't be getting excited just yet until we see some trailers and until we see some suit reveals. Because that last suit, oh, like, good. I get it's the original suit from the comics, but holy God, mustard yellow? No. Okay, there's a reason why the red suit is the iconic one, and they didn't stick with the yellow. According to Marvel's head of streaming and television, Brad Wimburen, the latest iteration of The Man Without Fear is going to bring some of the most intense action sequences the MCU has ever seen. And while they might not be considering that, I don't know, they consider the Netflix Marvel stuff, they have to keep it part of the MCU now, right? Because they've got it all on Disney Plus. I don't know, but either way, there was some serious brutality in that one. In an interview with EW, Wimberman, who also talked about Nova, I mean, if they do it like they're doing Daredevil, maybe. I'm not so optimistic about that one just yet. Hinting at what viewers can expect. I tell you, some of the most brutal action we have ever brought to the screen is coming in Daredevil Born Again, which, like I said, is saying something if you saw Deadpool and Wolverine, which isn't a horror show, but it really packs a lot of power, and there's a lot of visceral action, to say the least, right? And that was one of the complaints that we'd heard. That was some of the rumor stuff that we'd heard about the first iteration of this. It was going to be a lot of sitting around and a lot of talking and a lot of Matt Murdock just being like a little hoe bag and like all of these other kind of things, and there wasn't going to be a lot of fight scenes. That's also the same kind of reports that we heard out of the Blade movie out there as well, that it had lackluster fight scenes in it, and that's why Ali was not happy about it, and that's why everything has been scrapped and completely been changed over now to what they're working on now. Sounds like the same thing, and from what the rumors said, this sounds like the exact same thing happened in the Daredevil Born Again series. And this, like I said, the fact that they're doing Born Again, even though it was already done on Netflix, it's kind of silly, but hey, we'll see what they pull off with it. The tease of intense action will no doubt excite fans who have been hoping the Disney Plus reboot stays true to the darker and grittier tone of the original Daredevil Netflix series, which sets a high bar. Absolute fantastic TV. Outside of like Shang-Chi, I pretty much liked everything that came out of there, except the second half of Luke Cage when they got rid of Cottonmouth. Yeah, that never worked out very well afterwards. Our Comic-Con insiders have previously told us that the show is being fixed to align more with the popular Netflix series, which has been confirmed by the cast and the trades exactly as we said, which is once again why we go back to Cosmic Book News over and over again, because they have a track record about being correct about these rumors. That's why we like them, especially considering there have been concerns that Disney might tone down the action in favor of a more goofy approach as seen in She-Hulk. And yeah, we saw how that panned out, didn't we, ladies and gentlemen? Charlie Cox returned to the role of Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. While Cox previously made his official MCU debut in Spider-Man's No Way Home and has since appeared in She-Hulk, Daredevil Born Again promises to dive deeper into his character per Wimbledon Above, a more intense and visceral tone. Also a cool, like I said, this is also all of the things that have also changed since this show was initially put together. Also returns, including Deborah Ann Warhol as Karen Page. Hello, girl. Eldon Henson as Foggy Nelson. I have a thing for redheads. Both John Bernthal as Frank Castle, the Punisher, and Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk in Kingpin are also back. And that's one of the things. They're literally getting the entire gang back together to try to make this something that fans are actually going to enjoy and is most importantly profitable and successful for Kevin Feige, because his ego and the disastrous dumpster fire he has found himself in with Marvel as of current day right now is exactly why all of these changes are going to happen, boys and girls, and that is absolutely great to hear. Hey, I'll take his ego and his narcissism if it gives us good quality Marvel content again. I'm okay with that. John Bernthal's return as the Punisher is particularly noteworthy, as the Punisher is also known for delving some of the most violent and brutal moments in Marvel's history, which only heightens anticipation for how gritty Daredevil Born Again will be. As noted, Winterman's comments come in with the release of the Agatha series next month. Yeah, that one's probably not going to be very much fun at all. It's going to be different horror than we've seen in Marvel Zombies, yada, yada, yada. Not really interested in that one in any way, shape, or form. From what we've heard from the rumor mill, if Chris Gore can be believed, that thing's going to be a hot dumpster fire of garbage, of mismanagement, and absolute insanity. But you know what? That's going to be one that we know didn't get any redones, didn't get any firings, didn't get any of that kind of stuff. What we know is that Daredevil Born Again has been completely and totally retooled and changed from what it was initially, right? Which, whether or not they're actually going to be able to pull off a good, coherent story that actually makes sense and makes the fans happy, I don't know. But if nothing else, we might get some really good fight scenes out of it. I don't know what they're going to end up doing, but it sounds like they are trying to go back the way they were before. And that, I think, is something that's going to make all the fans happy. Am I saying this is going to be good? Am I saying this is going to be great? No! But I'm saying, is it probably going to be better than what we were initially going to get? Yes, I absolutely believe this. All the rumors have lined up, all the public information is lined up, and Kevin Feige is desperate to re-secure himself as the top studio head in all of Hollywood. Hey, Kevin Feige, if you're going to keep doing this kind of stuff and fixing these kind of corrections, here's another thought. Hire Buddy DeMayo back, put him in charge of X-Men 97 completely and totally, because otherwise, that season 2 is going to be a disastrous dumpster fire, unlike the success it looks like you are going to get with Daredevil Born Again. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? You're going to get exactly what you deserve, and it sounds like maybe the fans out there have a few reasons to be cautiously optimistic about what Daredevil Born Again will see. Daredevil Born Again will be, and of course, at the end of the day, we'll find out. We'll roast him if it's good, bad, and we'll praise him if it's good, because at the end of the day, Kevin Feige and all the rest of his ilk over at Disney Marvel get exactly what they deserve.